Section 1. The Ancient Predator. A masterclass in patience. Out here in the wild, some creatures have perfected the art of survival over millions of years. The crocodile is one of them. It's a living dinosaur, an ancient hunter that has seen empires rise and fall. When you look at a crocodile, you might just see a log floating on the water. That stillness is its greatest weapon. It's not sleeping, it's waiting. This creature has learned that patience is more powerful than brute force alone. It watches the world go by, calculating, conserving energy, and waiting for the perfect moment. Section 2. The Killing Ground. Choosing the perfect ambush site. Location is everything in survival, and the crocodile is an expert geographer of its own domain. It doesn't just wait anywhere. It selects its hunting ground with tactical precision. It will position itself in places where prey is funneled directly to it. Narrow points, slow bends, and well-trodden banks used every day. These are the crocodile's killing grounds. It knows these places offer the highest probability of success. Overhanging branches or dense reeds add cover to formidable camouflage. Muddy banks, murky water, floating vegetation, every feature obscures a massive form. Section 3. The Sensory Arsenal, a world beyond human perception. To truly understand the crocodile, we must leave our own sensory world behind and enter a realm of ancient, heightened awareness. This is an environment interpreted not just through sight and sound, but through the very water itself, a medium that carries information a human could never detect. A crocodile's hunt is guided by a suite of senses far more acute than ours, each one honed by millions of years of evolution to make it the ultimate aquatic ambush predator. Sight is strong, especially in low light. Behind the retina lies a layer of reflective crystals, the tapetum lucidum, which gathers and bounces back every available photon. This gives the crocodile exceptional night vision, turning murky twilight into a clear hunting ground. But for this patient hunter, vision is only one tool in a much larger arsenal. Its jaws, and indeed much of its head, are covered in thousands of dome-shaped pressure receptors known as integumentary sensory organs. These black pigmented bumps are incredibly sophisticated mechanoreceptors, more sensitive to pressure and vibration than human fingertips. They detect the faintest vibrations in the water, transforming the surface into a vast, sensitive membrane. A fish flicking its tail dozens of feet away, or an antelope dipping its muzzle at the water's edge, each creates a unique pressure signature. The crocodile doesn't just feel a disturbance, it reads it. From these subtle cues, it discerns the prey's size, its speed, and its precise direction, painting a detailed, three-dimensional picture in the black water, long before the target is visible. Hearing is also critical. On land, its ears are sharp, but underwater, they take on a different role. Muscular flaps seal the ear canals to keep water out, yet low-frequency sounds travel exceptionally well through the water and are conducted through the crocodile's bones directly to its inner ear. It senses the heavy, rhythmic footfalls of a herd approaching the riverbank long before it sees or even smells them. And its sense of smell or olfaction is equally powerful, operating both in air and water. It helps it locate carrion from a great distance, find mates during breeding season, and navigate back to its home territory if displaced. Sight, touch, hearing, and smell all work in concert. Together, they create a 360-degree sensory bubble, an invisible sphere of information extending far out into the environment. Within this bubble, nothing moves without the crocodile's knowledge, turning its profound stillness into the ultimate predatory strategy. Section 4. The Energy Game. The Art of the Long Wait. To the casual observer, a crocodile's life appears to be one of profound inactivity, a portrait of lethargy painted against the riverbank. But this stillness is a carefully managed illusion, a masterclass in conservation. What looks like laziness is, in fact, ruthless efficiency. Every moment of inaction is a deposit into an energy bank, an investment that will pay off with explosive power. This is a creature that has perfected the economics of survival. As a cold-blooded reptile or ectotherm, its body doesn't generate its own heat. Its metabolism is incredibly slow, a mere flicker compared to the roaring furnace of a mammal. It doesn't burn precious fuel just to keep warm. Instead, it outsources its temperature control to the environment itself. It will bask in the sun to absorb warmth and energize its muscles, then slip into the water to cool down. a simple, elegant dance, with the elements that costs almost nothing. This low-energy lifestyle means it needs only a fraction of the food required by a warm-blooded carnivore of similar size, like a lion or a tiger. Where a mammal must hunt relentlessly to fuel its high metabolism, the crocodile can afford to wait. One substantial meal, a wildebeest, a zebra, can sustain it for weeks and in some cases, even months. The energy from that single hunt is rationed out with incredible precision, fueling only the most essential bodily functions. This frees the crocodile to be extraordinarily selective. It doesn't need to chase every small opportunity. It can ignore lesser targets, calculating that the energy spent wouldn't be worth the reward. It plays a game of low risk, high reward. During these long vigils, its body enters a state of profound conservation. Its heart rate can drop to a mere 2 or 3 beats per minute. Every motion is deliberate, measured, and purposeful. Nothing is wasted. All of that meticulously saved energy is reserved for one singular decisive moment, the strike. It's an all-or-nothing explosion of power, funded by days or weeks of absolute calm. In a world of sprinters, the crocodile is the ultimate marathoner. Its race isn't measured in speed, but in patience. It waits for the perfect moment, for the one big prize to come within reach. And with an evolutionary strategy honed over millions of years, when that prize arrives, the patient hunter almost always wins. Once a target is identified and deemed worthy of the effort, the waiting game transitions into the silent approach. This is where mastery of water truly shines, propelled by a powerful tail, movement slow and controlled, with webbed feet fine-tuning the course, gliding like a submarine. Any wake looks like a trick of the current. The approach is a masterclass in stealth, body flat to minimize profile and displacement. It rides the current closer, meter by meter, judging distance with precision. No sound, no warning. The strike is when patience converts into an explosion of violence, one of nature's fastest, most powerful moments. From near total stillness, it rockets forward. The tail delivers the punch, hind legs add lift and drive, a significant portion of the body clears the water. Jaws snap open, 60 to 70 teeth built to grip and hold. The strongest bite force on Earth, thousands of pounds per square inch. Bone-crushing, escape-ending shock, no chase, just a brutal transition to water. If it misses, it sinks back to wait for another day. Once it has a firm grip and water beneath it, it unleashes the death roll, used on prey too big to kill outright. Core strength creates devastating torque. It disorients and drowns the victim. Weapons that work on land fail in the water. Here, the crocodile is undisputed master. It cannot chew, so it tears off manageable chunks. Cooperative dismemberment breaks down large carcasses. Anatomy built for violent rotation and leverage. Terrifying and profoundly effective. Not malice, just a perfected solution to consuming giants. After a successful hunt, the feasting phase begins. It may consume on the spot or move the carcass to seclusion, a larder, a pantry. Rot softens tough hide, making tearing easier over days. Its stomach acids are extraordinarily powerful, breaking down flesh, bones, hooves, and even horns. It swallows stones, gastroliths, to help grind food and aid buoyancy. Muscles turn stomach stones into a mill. After a large meal, it may not feed for weeks, even months. A strategy that endures droughts, migrations, and scarcity. The rhythm is feast and famine, by design. Not constant hunger, strategic survival. Behold the crocodile, a living relic from a bygone era. This is an apex predator, a hunter at the very pinnacle of its food chain, virtually unchanged for millions of years. Its design is a masterpiece of evolution, perfected for a life of ambush and survival. More than just a predator, it is a keystone species. This means it underpins the health of its entire ecosystem. Its presence, or absence, dictates the delicate balance of life in these wetlands, rivers, and estuaries. The crocodile is not just an inhabitant, it is an architect of this environment. As a hunter, it performs a vital service. By taking the weak, the sick, and the unwary, it ensures that only the strongest of other species survive and reproduce, strengthening their gene pools. This natural selection is crucial for the long-term vitality of the entire community. Nothing goes to waste. After a successful hunt, its leftovers feed a vast array of other creatures from fish and turtles to birds and insects. The crocodile acts as a provider, its powerful jaws opening up larger carcasses that would otherwise be inaccessible to smaller scavengers. It is not a mindless killer, but an integral, stabilizing force in river, lake, and estuary life. Its behavior, from the patient hunt to the long periods of basking, is a calculated strategy for conserving energy in a world where every calorie counts. For humans, entering crocodile country means accepting a different set of rules. Here, respect and caution are non-negotiable. We are visitors in the domain of an ancient hunter, and survival depends on understanding its nature. Many dangerous incidents are tragically predictable. They often involve unmarked swimming spots, fishing from small, unstable boats, or approaching the water's edge at dusk or dawn. Peak hunting times when the crocodile's camouflage is most effective. Never, ever feed crocodiles. Doing so teaches them to associate humans with food, erasing their natural caution. This is incredibly dangerous for everyone, as a fed crocodile is often a dead crocodile, ultimately removed to protect the public. The safest way to appreciate these magnificent animals is to watch from a distance, use binoculars to get a closer look, always go with licensed, experienced guides, and under no circumstance should you ever leave the safety of the boat. Their entire strategy is built on stillness and surprise. They can wait, utterly motionless, for hours, conserving energy until the perfect moment. We must always respect their power and their space. This is an ancient survivor that demands our respect, caution, and protection. From the silent, patient watch to the explosive, split-second strike, every single action is a calculated move in a deadly and timeless game of survival. To coexist is to understand, and to understand is to keep a safe distance.